So I've changed the display up from cattle. This used to be here. It's all different now. Kind of got the junk corner. There's a lot of junk in there. Ford 5000 with a bucket over the exhaust. Because there's no flap on it.
You can see it.
A leather cap. And then there's an old car. It's sandblasted. We never got to it yet. But it's sandblasted. Bump gate, tank, junk, loader. Old metal fence that's probably older than the F20 that used to sit on here.
What's down this row?
So all these tractors we're gonna restore at some point, but we're ones getting worked on in the shop. We'll get to that later. All three of the bins, and then another shop or another little shed. The old Pecker, we haven't used that in 15 years.
What's in the little shed?
That's our engine shed. I think there's a 409 sitting inside of it.
Chevy 409. I like it. Yeah.
Do you keep that hidden so no one knows what's in there?
Yeah, because I sell these, so people come and look at it.
So they don't,
I keep all the good stuff in the back. There's an 80/20 up in there. Here, let me move all this stuff out of the way. I'll pull. I did paint some of it. Painted the green on the rims.
Nice.
Mhm.
So you keep the good
That's
stuff
why we
hidden.
keep it hidden. Yeah. Yeah, there is some good stuff up in there. Rare stuff too.
So like what era would this farm be?
Late 2000s, I would say, most likely.
What
And
about
then-
the 1206? What's special about that?
That's like my grandpa's. He had those round weights on the front.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I put those on there just today. Need to get some bigger front wheels because I know it had some bigger tires on
It
it.
did. It had bigger rubber.
And then all these tractors we're gonna restore at some point. We're working on one in the barn.
And then this is where you work on it?
Yep. So this is my most detailed shop I've ever done, I think. So he's leaning up there, probably taking a sip of either Coke, Mountain Dew, or Pepsi. One of the three. Taking
No
a
sweet
break.
tea?
No tea.
Maybe.
So he must be like me. No tea.
What's in the back corner there?
The 110, we're gonna be doing an engine swap, but that's a winter project. One of the many winter projects. These are different winter projects here.
To sell.
So yeah, those I'm kind of make my side. I've got 3 jobs. I work in town, I farm, and then I restore tractors and make money off of that. Then just some more stuff up in that shed. We got a little dozer, elevator, and then we've got the old stone wall or smokehouse for meat, swing. Another tractor that's going to get restored at some point. It's a wide front tractor. 730. It's going to get restored at some point. Or it's restored. I think it... See, I'm trying to think of what happened to that tractor.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
So what you got in the shed there? What you got going on?
So there is a rare tractor here. I'm gonna wait for all you to think. It's somewhere in this corner.
Is that a D?
Not the D.
An R?
It is a D. But the rare one's not the D.
Well, I can't see it.
Not the case.
Cameraman's in the way.
Camera woman?
Hey, it just rolls. It just rolls.
So tell us what's rare? What's in there?
2520 diesel power shift.
Oh, no, that's true.
Yeah, that's the rare tractor.
They didn't make many of them.
No.
Why is it so rare?
Well, I didn't make very many of them.
And what is that again for a truck?
2520.
Power shift.
Power
so
shift,
that
yeah,
makes
that's
it rare.
And then 1470 TK in the barn. The crab steer tractor. Crab steer is what some people call it.
That little red one? Oh.
The cameraman does not know her tractor, so
Camera woman, I got corrected.
And then the 4010 on the mounted picker, which I just bought in real life. Look, and then if you look inside, he's getting ready to fire up the skid loader. Cub Cadet. I like this little tractor.
Okay, so what is that I thought was the crab tractor?
Farmall 100 tractor. We restored that one. We'll find something rare and then we'll restore it and then we'll keep it. That happens a lot.
Sounds...
And then Chase's 4430.
So who is Chase?
He has the American Dream, 40-foot long American Dream display at Louisville.
With Colby?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll pull the picker out. It's 237. Nothing too fancy. just to pick corn.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah, we restored this. This took forever because we had to pull the picker off of it, paint the picker, then paint the tractor, and then put it all back together.
That's the way it works.
And then if I take this little lean-to shed off, there's an old Cockshut 1555 in there with a fertilizer spreader. And an old blower we don't even use anymore back there.
That's not a grain cart. The camera woman's got to have a little fun with you.
And then the pickup truck bed, which he made.
Yeah. I think it was an old Ford, wasn't it?
I think, yeah, it was a Ford truck.
The cab off of it.
Ow!
Got your dog getting in the trash?
I like the wheelbarrow in the back of the El Camino.
Yeah.
I think that's some kind of a...
Yeah, it's El Camino, and then the Dodge, and then the
Where'd you get that truck from?
Dodge.
The blue truck?
Oh, this one?
The Chevy
Oh, I got
C65.
that at Lafayette, I think. I think I got that at Lafayette, and then I got the Scout at Lafayette, too.
Midwest models?
Is that a Pontiac? This guy?
Yeah, I think it's a GTO.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a GTO.
Need your glasses?
Here, I can help you.
No, I know, I'll make it worse. Here, let me dust the car.
You got your tire pile. I like it.
Spare tires, we try and... You can see it goes between that and that is my pride and joy. With the nice wide front 720.
Why do you like that tractor?
Yeah, it just looks cool with the wide front. No fender.
Did that have a pony motor?
Big front. No, it's a gas.
I call it a diesel. I like the diesel.
It's 720, so it can't be a diesel.
There's 720 diesels.
Okay.
Oh.
Classic tractor fever.
No.
Yeah. It's a more rare one, I think.
Very cool, buddy.
Bed now.
Okay, I'm going to keep working on your 4020. Buttoning it up.
And then a power pole out here.
I like it.
And the elevator.
Sure looks good up here. You cleaned it up good
Yeah, I
today.
cleaned all this up. Here's my roof. This was all covered in stuff, and now it's all under there.
Yeah, we won't show under the table.
Yeah, I lined all this up. So here's there's the customs are back here that I've done. So probably my pride and joy custom tractor is this F20. I put the rubber wheels on the back. I've never seen anybody do rubber and metal. I've seen it the other way around. And then the 630, I just put the exhaust on it. Split tractor. Split it, because that happens.
Yep.
And when you're putting see with these, the Johnny Poppers, you don't have to split them because your clutch is right here. Because you know how your clutch lever's there to brake it.
Yeah.
That's why that's your clutch. So you take there's like a shield or shroud there. You pull that off, and then you pull your old facings out, buy new facings, put new facings in, put the shield or shroud back in, and then away you go. And I just work on
Fun
it.
fact of the day.
So the Johnny Poppers are easier in terms of the clutch-wise. Engines, they're not any easier than, say, that or that. Open station 4230 that I did.
So those are your custom ones.
Yeah, you guys helped me with that 8850.
You got quite the lineup. This isn't even a quarter of them, everyone.
Those are all the good ones.
So far that he's cleaned up. I'm trying to reorganize now that he's got.
These three are the big horses of the 60s if you come back here. Mini Mo with a cab.
A mini mo with a
That was the
cab.
first
Did you
cab
see?
tractor ever made.
Was there a mini mo at Keller's?
Yeah, there's a whole barn with mini Mo's there.
You know what I heard?
What?
He might get rid of them. It was more of his dad's project. Okay, so what do you want to show me back here?
So it's right here. I put these rear tires on it instead of the rear wheel assist. I figured a two-wheel drive would be neat. These are the three big horses of the 60s, or at least some of them. 1206 is over there, but it would be
So what's the first one here?
5020. That's a 70s tractor. 5020, no duals on it right now, but I do have duals for it. The D21. which was a horse. They bought in the beginning they were real low horsepower. Then later on they bumped the horsepower up to closer to the 5020. Now that's a heck of a tractor. With the 531, if you turbocharge and intercool that, you'll get 300 horse out of it. And that's 135 right there. 133, 135, anywhere in there. And then Grandpa likes that, the Moline G1000 Vista tractor. This one's probably the most detailed. It's got all the levers, the 3-point. I think that's pretty neat.
What about the 6030?
That's a bigger 70s Deere tractor. So they only made 45 of those non-turboed.
Really?
The rest of them are turboed. The non-turbos are
Rare.
they're like one. It's kind of a. It's instead of a 1 in a million, it's a 45 in a million.
I think so.
Or it's a 45 in 1,000.
Does
something.
Keller have one?
I don't think. No, I think he sticks to the 20. I think the newest he gets would be the 40 series 4-wheel drives, and that's about it. He sticks to the 20 series 2-wheelers, I think.
Fun fact.
He did have a 6030. I do remember he did. Yeah, I like that. I did. It was sitting backed up to the 8010. That 8010 that I sat on, which you all will see at some point, that's prototype 8010. And the reason they changed them to 8020s and you find more 8020s, there's only one 8010 in the world, and it's that one.
And you got to sit on it?
So all was failing the tractor, so they put a new transmission in it, did a couple of other changes, I think they made it to where you put a cab on it, unless that was something you could buy, and slapped 8020 on it. So there's no longer any 8010s besides that one. That tractor, so it's on Octane Press. They talk about a lot of stuff. They talked about that the designer of that tractor, the last time he'd seen it was in the 80s. It was sitting in the back of one of the Deere foundries, and the tractor had like a scraper on it, and he'd never seen it. He thought it got up into the cupola, melted down, and gone. That's where he thought it went. And then in 09, he heard that it's still around, and he went and seen it. So one of the guys that designed that tractor.
Got to see it.
In 09.
Cool.
Like this one, like the 1300, it's a prototype. All number series Steigers, they all ran Detroits. And then finally somebody at Steiger decided, well, let's quit running the Detroits, so they went to Cat and Cummins. That was if only Deere had done that in tractors. I mean, 7020 and 7520 were fine with the 531.
So Steiger switched over to what?
Cat and Cummins.
Cat and Cummins engines from the Detroit diesel.
Yeah, from those were early Detroits, and those weren't good engines.
And what is the prototype that you
This
flashed?
is the prototype tractor. There's only one of them. I think there's like
In
6.
real life?
Yeah, pretty sure.
And what is that considered?
Prototype.
It doesn't have like a name, like a Puma.
It is a 1300.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they'll slap a number on a tractor. Here's a Wildcat sitting there.
It's just in their display that you haven't started working on or
I haven't
cleaning up.
finished it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wagner. I don't. You guys will have to let me know. Did the Wagner get bought out by somebody or?
Research time.
Yeah, it's a research time. And then a little Alice. Remember when I spotted one in Wisconsin?
Oh yeah.
Here it is.
There it is.
And then Alice. These ran 4620 motors, which made them a baby tractor, kind of. So the 7520s were such a better tractor.
They were.
They had more horsepower. They had the 4620s, the 4020. Can't remember if the 4520 ran. 404. Most of those bigger, everything bigger than the 4020 for the 20 series, pretty much besides the 4520 that I know of. I'll have to look that up, or you guys will have to tell me. If the 45, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Dad, did the 4520 run a 404?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I think I was the first turbocharged tractor. I can't remember if it's the first of all, or I think it might have been the first deer. Turbo.
4620 had a 404 in the intercool.
They stuck that in the 7020, didn't they?
Yes. And then they went to 531
And the
7520.
That made it a horse.
And they put the 531 in the 5020, but not carbureted or turboed or with intercooler.
Now, if you do those things on the engine, it'll take the 5020 up to 300 horse.
It will take it to, yes, you could potentially. It would make it into a two-wheel drive 75.
Yeah. It's a 4020 back there. It's a good day.
It's a good day.
531s were an engine before their time. They're
How-
better than 619s.
How's the 4020 coming?
Good.
Oh, I have to fire it up. You guys are. I think you guys heard it before we did all this. Yeah, you did. It sounds totally different. I'll just say that. We'll have, once all the sheet metal's back on, we'll have to fire it up and let you guys listen to it.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.